Welcome. We are live, and today we're going to talk about Get Real. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to reverse engineer something for this Christmas, and we'll see how that works. But first, we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Lynn and Cheryl show where we talk about whatever we want. Right, Cheryl? Welcome, Cheryl.
Hello. So I'm just going to pre-warn you. I told you earlier that we had no power, and right now I'm experiencing some little surges in internet. So if I disappear, please just carry on.
I will do that. So today we want to talk a little bit about reverse engineering the Christmas and holiday season. Hi, Michael, and hi, Scott, my co-host of my Tuesday night show. Today we were talking a little bit about how about reverse engineering this holiday season. And what we're talking about is let's get real about the fact that whatever you do with your family this year, realize that it's going to have a ripple effect for the future. And what we mean by that is that if you want to be a jerk or do something that's going to have an impact, realize the impact is going to last longer than the seconds or the actions that you're going to take. Now, we don't realize that what you do affects our children and our family going forward. And as we know, life, and Scott and I were talking about this last night, life just happens in a minute and things happen so fast and everybody has their perceptions. So if we could take a minute and realize that what you do is going to have an impact, you can't take back what you say or what you do. And so if you get real about what you're going to do, you might save yourself and everybody a lot of headache. What's your 2 cents on that, Cheryl?
Well, let's put it this way. Children mimic their parents. They mimic other people, not just parents. And if you teach them to be a jerk, you're going to have little jerks. Okay. So, and remember, these are the people that are going to have to change your diaper one day. So don't jerk them out too bad. You need them in the future. You get my age, you realize you need these people in the future. We all do it. And the bad part at Christmas, not only are we, people are stressed, they say things that they don't mean. Um, it's because, everybody has to shop and they have to buy this and they have to do that. Everybody's lost the meaning of togetherness more than the gift thing. I don't know about you, Lynn, but I'd rather have my children here and my grandchildren here on Christmas as opposed to getting any gift from anyone.
Absolutely. Yeah, Scott and I mentioned last night about the cat in the cradle. It's that kind of thing where we realize, the thing that's important is, not who's right at the table, but who's right here. And Dennis Camp, thank you for being here. I love you, dude. He's in Texas. So seriously, if we can hold our tongue or we can be kind or leave those good memories behind, that's what's really important. So we got to get real of what's important and tell people that, we appreciate them. Don't do things from the Christmas past that you still regret. And we are always of the mindset of remembering while people are alive, we always remember the things that we hold against them. Why not go forward? Remembering the things that we can leave that are good so that come next Christmas, we could say, hey, I remember last Christmas we had a good time, and look forward to possibly, if we're still around or if they're still around, looking forward to some good memories.
Yeah, I was raised by parents, grandparents that one of their things was if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. And to be honest, some days you end up saying not a whole lot. But it's words have ripple effects, and
Mhm.
they don't just hit that moment; they hit farther down. And Words are like water running under a bridge. Once that water's under there, you cannot retract them. You can apologize, and yeah, the people might forgive you, but
They
Lynn,
never.
they'll never forget.
No, no. And that's why we say get real, because get real and whatever, you're going to get a lot of whatever later, and what we call karma, what we call the wrath. What you give out, you get back, and everybody that's giving it out forgets they're going to get it back. And yet they're the ones that turn it around and say, I don't know why they're like that, or they're mad because of this. And they always seem to be the justifiable ones. So if you seem to be the one that's always saying it's their fault, then you might want to check yourself and try to do something different. It's and it's always that one person that does that. They're the most one that's never been healed by their own things, but then they don't take their own medicine.
And I'm a big karma girl. I
Yeah.
mean, it's no use for me to waste my time getting even with somebody. I just back up, let him. I'm not sure what karma is. It's got to be a woman. Uh, just let her do it. Sometimes I'd like to nudge her on a little bit, but I'm not perfect. I'm close, but I'm not perfect. And so it's just, don't, here I go with the things again. But we need to always remember that we each have a place in this world. You don't always agree with me. I don't always agree with you. But does that make either one of us wrong?
No.
The fact that I disagree with you, you may be better at it than I am. So my thing is have at it. If you screw up your life, karma will get you. That's just the way it is. But it's Christmas. And we've all lost the meanings of Christmas, whether you're religious or whether you're not, whether you do Hanukkah, any of the religions that you work with. There are things that are staple in all of them, and it's love, it's humanity, it's family. It's not boxes of gifts.
Mm.
It's actually not even food. It's the thought of having a meal together. It's the meal, it's not the food. Why do people stress out about you bring the beans, you bring this, you bring that? It's like, bring whatever you want to. I mean, people eat anything. So get over it. If you would see my text the day before Thanksgiving or the day before Christmas, you would understand exactly what I'm talking about. Just bring it. I don't care.
Because at Cheryl's house, because I've been to Cheryl's house, she's like, if we don't eat it, it's going in the garbage. Like she don't keep no leftovers. Like
Jerry don't do leftovers. I have takeout plates that I bought. I bought them a long time ago. And at the end of the meal, it's like, get it out of my house, or it's gone. And if there's something I like, I'll take out a little bit. But we're not big. We're not really big on it. But I've been through so many meals that I can pretty much narrow it down to where I don't have a whole lot to throw out. But it's you just get real, and
yeah,
you live it for what's meant to be, and live for tomorrow. Plan yesterday, live for tomorrow, because tomorrow is your future. If you're lucky enough to wake up tonight or in the morning, you have a chance to fix everything that you screwed up today.
yeah.
So do the best the day today that you can, but always remember it's a new page tomorrow. And unless you do something really bad, like I say, you can't fix it, but they'll forgive you for it.
Yeah. And that's just it. Going forward, like um there's times my dad wasn't always the greatest, and even with my kids, they saw a side of my dad they didn't like, and then going forward, they saw sides of my dad that they did like. They gave him a chance. And again, it's up to, it was up to my dad to show them a better side of himself. It's not up to me. And it is about getting real, because the impressions you make last the longest. So if you can't hold your tongue, or if it's not, sometimes you really will regret the fact of, again, Scott and I talked about this last night. People get into this politics or the fact of realizing that you shouldn't allow those things to keep you from knowing and loving and appreciating the people you do, because at the end of the day, how are you going to feel when those at those people's funerals? You're going to be the you're going to be the one that's crying the loudest because you wish you had another day with them, because you wish you would have, you know, had more peace and harmony.
Lynn, could you imagine what it would be like at a big gathering if you know the beeper, like on when at a TV show when somebody says something that they shouldn't, it beeps it out. Can you imagine at a big gathering what it would sound like if everything got beeped out that shouldn't have been said? If you can imagine that, clean it up. And it's not just the bad words, it's the bad thoughts.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, you don't have to curse, you don't have to do any of the others. I mean, just a normal word, if it hurts somebody, just needs to stop.
Yeah. Well, I do swear I can't help that. But but I say it with gusto, I say it with passion. But seriously, people just have to realize that they should just take a moment and realize that um taking that moment and saying, is this going to impact somebody? Is this going to, is this worth saying? And if it's not worth saying, then don't say it. Just remember, do you want to be remembered by those words? And if you don't, then you're just better off smiling and going, I'm going to bite my tongue.
And I hate
And
to tell you, Lynn, people will remember you for that more than for the good words you say. So,
right.
and but you'll be remembered across the board. You won't just be remembered for that second when you let the mouth open and overrun your brain.
Yeah.
So it's, and we all do it. You say it. I know you've done it before and sit there and figured out, okay, how can I get this back in before it gets out? And so,
Right.
but Christmas is coming, and I'm sure a lot of people are watching this after Christmas. There's a Christmas next year and a Christmas after that, and there's a New Year's, and we go on and on. This is not just for Christmas. This is just kind of like a Christmas resolution. Do whatever it takes to be special, not whatever it takes to be remembered by saying the wrong thing.
Thank you, Ernest. Hello. Good. Thanks for being here. Um, Seriously though, it, any gathering, any get together, any time of fellowship, we truly should remember it is any reason to be kind, to make the memories, and to let go of anything, because we have too much. There's so much regret in the world, including the regret of not telling somebody, I appreciate you, I love you. Anywhere I go, I tell people I appreciate them and I thank them, especially now, the people that have been working, all along through COVID, and, places that have been opened, and things like that, because they just never hear it. And I am surprised every time I tell somebody I appreciate them, they go, wow, thank you. I never hear that. And so even the littlest things make the big difference in people's world. And people just want to be acknowledged. They just want to know that they did make a difference in somebody's life by showing up, and not just for a paycheck. They want to know that they made a difference in somebody's life for showing up.
I just want to ask everybody out there to remember this. What will your legacy be when you're gone?
Yeah,
And if you don't like it now, you need to be working on changing it.
absolutely. Because no day is promised. Sheryl, I want to thank you for being here. Your time is so super valuable, and I just love you so much, and I love our times together. So, everyone, we just hope that you got some value, and just a reminder that we appreciate you and love you. And remember, be kind to one another. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.